Ground, Cirrus November 917, looking for IFR to Papa Whiskey Kilo.
Cirrus 917, Appleton Ground, cleared to Papa Whiskey Kilo, report is filed. Maintain 3,000, expect 9,000 10 minutes after. Departure frequency 126.3, squawk 3602.
917 cleared to Papa Whiskey Kilo as filed, 3,000 on departure, 9,000 after 10, 126.3, squawk 3602 for 917.
November 917, read back correct.
Ground Cirrus 917's at Appleton Flight Center, ready to taxi with Romeo.
Cirrus 917, Appleton Ground, runway 21, taxi via Papa November Bravo, hold short, runway 30.
Alright, Papa November Bravo to 21, holding short of 30 for 917. Target afternoon, November 917, holding short of runway 21 at Bravo 6, ready for departure.
Number 917, Appleton Tower, runway 21, 5 runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 21, clear for takeoff, 917.
Alright, landing lights coming on with clearance, probe heat's coming on. We're clear left, we are clear right, and there's nobody on the runway. That's runway 21. Fuel pumps boosted, flaps going 50, we're full bridge. Alright, flaps are indicated 50 and down. Alright, we're gonna hit our toga button. We're gonna bug our heading mode, flight level change, here we go. Takeoff power is set, achieved, engines in the green. There's 60 knots. 77, and let's rotate. Positive rate, clear of obstacles above 90, flaps coming up.
Appleton Tower, information Sierra, current altimeter 2975. Cirrus 917, contact departure C.
Cover departure C at 97.
600.
Caps available. Alright, autopilot's coming on.
Green Bay, hello, Cirrus 917, 1.8 for 3,000, runway heading.
Cirrus 917, Green Bay departure, radar contact, turn left heading 130, I'm maintaining 9,000.
Left turn 130 up to 9,000 for 917.
Alright, 130 set on the heading, and we can go up to 9,000. Alright, 9,000 set, 130 heading is set, and we are in a left turn.
Did you say 310 or 130?
Left turn to 130. Can you see Oshkosh? It's 15 miles off of, kind of that way.
I know, it's
a little hazy.
Yeah.
It's
actually hazy because you can see the river or the other lake, Lake Win.
So that's Lake Winnebago.
Yeah.
That river right there is the lake/Wolf River that feeds into Lake Winnebago.
Yeah, there's a.
So Oshkosh
right
is on the other side of the river.
Yeah, it's hazy.
I mean, you can see it. It's very hazy. Looks like the snow is just.
Cirrus 917, contact Milwaukee approach 127.37.
2737, great day, 917.
That's a tongue twister.
I know, right?
Milwaukee approach, Cirrus November 917, 4,000 for 9,000, 130 heading.
Cirrus 917, Milwaukee approach, Oshkosh, altimeter is 2978, proceed direct Haigu.
2978, direct Haigu, 917.
Alright, Haigu, direct to activate direct to nav mode. Should be a right turn to Haigu.
We love Haigu.
Sure do.
Cirrus 917, climb maintain 900,000.
Climb maintain 900,000, 917.
Okay, let's go through our climb checklist. Oxygen's not needed. Full power is set. Fuel flow is in the green. Flaps are verified up. Airspeed's well over 120. Fuel pump is staying in boost mode. Fuel flow looks great. Engine parameters are all green. And then our cruise checklist. Alright, we're getting in some clouds. Let's turn on our anti-ice again.
Bases went up.
Yep. Oh, we're picking that up fast. It's getting brighter out. I can see the sun.
There we go.
7,000 even.
So cool.
It's a lot of ice on the windshield. Alright, let's turn off our anti-icing. That'll melt on its own.
Walking 917, bases were 5,700, tops at 7,000, minus 11, and light mixed icing.
Cirrus 917 now, Roger, thank you.
It's just crazy to me. We're climbing at 130 knots indicated, and we're still doing 1,200 feet per minute. Should be a pretty quick trip back. We've got 48 minutes shown on there, but we haven't leveled off yet, so it's actually going to be probably closer to about a half hour.
Yeah.
Which is pretty quick. So Puppy...
Cirrus 917, you said bases were 4,700 and tops were 7?
Negative, bases were 5,700, tops were 7 for 917.
Roger, thank you.
So Puppy is delivered, and we need to put some hours on this plane in the next couple weeks. We've got 43 total. We got to get this thing run up for an oil change before we're off to the Caribbean. So I don't know where we're going next, but we'll have some flying coming up. All right, 200 to go. And we're at 9,000. Let's go ahead and get us set up for cruise. So this is a turbo. We're pulling that manifold pressure back to 30.5 and then leaning us just a little bit leaner than the cyan bar. Then we'll kind of tap that throttle ahead a little bit to get back to 30.5. So our TITs are at 1600, so we're going to keep leaning a little bit past that. And we're at 1580, which is perfect. So let's go through our checklist. We're not using oxygen. Power lever is set. Fuel pump is staying on. Mixture is already leaned out. Engine parameters, everything is green. Fuel flow looks good. We are out of icing, and we don't have any ice on the wings, so we are good to go. Pull up our descent checklist, so it's ready to go. Turn off the cameras, and we will catch up with you guys once we begin our descent to Chicago Executive. Outside of Chicago Executive. We were just given a descent down to 6,000. We're going to keep an eye on the clouds here because we're probably going to end up in the clouds pretty quickly.
With some more icing.
And let's pick up the ATIS.
Temperature -02, dew point -03, altimeter 2980. RNAV runway 16 approach in use, landing and departing runway 16. Notice air emissions, runway 24 and runway 30 closed. runway 16, condition code 333 with 1/8 inch of dry snow at 1945 Zulu. Snow operations continuously on runway 16. Runway 30 passes out of service. Taxiways and aprons icy. The ILS critical area in effect. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Papa. Chicago Executive Airport information. Papa. Time 1952 Zulu. Wind 220 at 5. Visibility 1. Light snow. Mist. 900 scattered. Ceiling 1,400 overcast. Temperature -02. Dew point -03. Altimeter 2.
Alright, it is still snowing pretty good there actually. I thought that it would hopefully be stopping by now, but it's not. And we're getting into the clouds here. We're going to turn on our anti-icing and pull our throttle back just a little bit. Okay, picking up a little light ice.
Wisconsin 6050, clear direct green bay.
Let's go through our descent checklist. We're not using oxygen altimeters set. Landing light will do with our landing clearance. Probe heat is on. And
TV 85 Foxtrot, Mike Milwaukee departure. I-10, maintain 4,000.
Fuel quantity is good.
976.
Brake pressure is good. Powers as needed.
85 Foxtrot, Mike. Thank you.
And we're going to go through our before landing as well. So fuel pump is good. Mixture, flaps, and autopilot.
85 Foxtrot, Mike. Radar contact 2 miles west of the Kenosha Airport.
Let's brief our icing landing. So ice switch is on. We're going to switch to high in the approach. We're going to continue to monitor as needed. We'll go to max if needed, and then if needed, we'll go to backup if that's not fighting enough of it off. We should not need our icing light today, and we're going to do a flaps 50 landing, maintain an airspeed of at least 95 indicated.
85 Foxtrot, Mike.
And a VREF
due page. 95 Foxtrot, Mike. Contact Chicago approach 125.0.
Turn it up.
That's fine.
Sure.
Cirrus 917, descend and maintain 5,000.
Out of 5,000, 917.
Yeah, we'll turn that up. You win.
I don't like ice.
I'm going to turn the heat up too. It's getting a little chilly in here. Okay, we got a good amount of ice on the windshield. But hopefully the prop sling of the TKS that you see up there will
Milwaukee,
break it off.
altimeter is 2976. Atis Hotel is current. We are advertising runway 25 left. We can get you the localizer or the RNAV approach. Which one would you like?
We're actually going to go into max mode because that is a lot of ice right now.
Expect vectors for the RNAV Zulu, runway 25 left, final approach course. You can expect the field to open again in about 12 minutes or so.
Okay, that gets
It's
it
breaking.
off. Yeah. That's a lot of ice.
Yeah. That's insane.
Delta 2006 speed is your discretion now. Cirrus 917, contact Chicago approach 125.0.
25, nothing, good day, 917.
4,000 is another E-170. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to put that back in normal mode for a minute. Let's see if it keeps up.
Chicago approach, November 917, 5.5 for 5,000, Papa.
I was 5234, proceed direct department, climb and maintain 7,000.
Clear direct department up to 7,000, got 5234.
November 917, Chicago approach, 86 information, Papa, currently executive, you can expect the RNAV runway 16 approach.
For the RNAV 16, we have Papa 917.
That is a very good amount of icing. Because I have it back in high mode and it's still picking up some ice.
Yeah.
That's at 453, traffic, 10 o'clock, 5 miles, eastbound, 5,000, descending for 4,000, Boeing 736.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's coming off.
Cirrus 917, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 917.
Approach 85 Foxtrot, getting light, clear here. Can I get a little lower?
5 Foxtrot, Mike, descend and maintain 3,000 and flying 210.
3,210, 85 Foxtrot.
Approach 917, moderate plus icing during the descent mixed.
Cirrus 917, roger, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, 917.
That was 6234, come and maintain 8,000.
I maintain 8,000, Scott 5234. We were filed for 7, just checking.
That was 5234, there were reports about icing going over to Milwaukee, so I was going to say, if you can go up to 8. Are you okay with going up to 8?
Yeah, we're okay with going up to 8, Scott 5234. So we'll climb to maintain 8,000, Scott 5234.
Approach XHF 453.
XHF 453, Chicago approach, go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to need delay vectors up here. We don't think we're going to be able to make it into Milwaukee with the current runway code conditions, and we need to figure out what we're going to do.
XHF 453, roger, flighting 340 for now, and advise me you're ready if you have a different airport you want to land at.
Okay, 340 for now. We'll let you know in just a couple minutes. XHF 453.
That was 5234, contact Milwaukee, approach 18.0.
18 nothing, Scott was 5234.
Departure United 8131 is 4.3, we're kind of 5,000, the big right turn 040.
United 8131, Chicago departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, flighting 080.
Alright, up to 15,000 and heading up 080, United 8131.
Turn 5 Foxtrot, Mike, you can contact Chicago approach now 124.42.
42, 85 Foxtrot.
6 Tower, Cirrus, November 917.
You're 10 miles from Haigu, cross Haigu, at above 2,500, you're clear on our runway 16, approach straight in.
Cirrus 917, Executive Tower, good up.
Departure United 8131 is 4.3, we're kind of...
Cirrus 917, you're 10 miles from Haigu, cross Haigu at or above 2,500, you're cleared RNAV runway 16, approach straight in.
Alright, Haigu at or above 2,500, clear the RNAV 16 straight in, 917, thanks.
XHF 453, there is a Cirrus that's going to be landing at the airport. I don't know if you wanted to...
17 and company, proceed on runway 16.
...conditions, but there's a next arrival.
Echo 1, proceed on runway 16.
Okay, yeah.
Cirrus 917, do you hear me?
5 or 10 minutes maybe. For
yeah, sorry about that. We're still on with approach for 917. We just wanted to check in with you guys. Do you have an updated FICON code for 16?
Updated FICON, runway 16333 with an eighth of an inch of drag snow.
Left turn 040 off.
Yeah, copy that. Are you guys clearing it? Should we wait a little bit to come in, or you guys have any arrivals recently?
Yeah, we're actively have the brooms and the equipment on the runway trying to improve it, but the last arrival was about half an hour ago. They hit the braking action good, but still the runway conditions are 333.
Okay, copy that. We'll be with you in a little bit.
Juliet Charlie 040 2000.
Person 829 Juliet Charlie, Chicago departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4,000, turn left heading 360.
Alright, we are cleared for the approach, so we're going to go into our flight plan,
United 8131,
procedures.
direct mobile, contact Chicago Center 120.35.
Alright, direct to mobile in Chicago on 2035,
Activate the
United
approach.
8131, yeah.
Approach is
Alpha
armed.
8401 Heavy, proceed direct to Mito.
Mito, Napon 8401 Heavy.
And we can go down to 2,500 at Haigu.
Now let's get out of this.
Yep. This is some pretty bad icing.
Yeah.
November 9 Juliet Charlie, turn left heading 290.
290 on the heading, 9 Juliet Charlie.
November 9 Juliet Charlie, contact Chicago approach 126.62.
2662, so long, 9 Juliet Charlie.
Alright, 200 to go, 2,500 at Haigu. We're 2.6 miles from Haigu. We've got approach mode armed. We're cleared for the approach. We're still keeping up on the icing.
917, you can contact Executive Tower 119.9 and just forward on the runway conditions for them and have them tell us, please.
We were just talking to them actually. They said they last had a plane in about 30 minutes ago. It's still 333, 100% wet with about an eighth of an inch of snow and ice on it, but we'll report back for 917 over to tower.
Thanks.
Mark, you got 881 have.
Airport 1 tower. Roger that, sir. I'm going to relay it to the pilot. If the Cirrus does want it, they're about 4 minutes away.
And tower Cirrus 917, we're with you over high gear.
Cirrus 917. I don't know if you heard it, but they did update the runway condition codes. Now runway 16 is 444. Runway 16 continue. There's snow removal vehicles on the runway.
All right, copy that. We appreciate it. We'll continue for 16917.
Airport 1, the Cirrus is, we'll call them 4 minutes out, 3 minutes out. Do you think you have time for a southbound pass, or did you want to exit the runway?
We'll take southbound pass. It'll take about the same time, 4 minutes or so. We'll pick up the pace though.
Roger that. Cirrus 917. Just still continue for runway 16. We have snow removal vehicles on the runway. They're going to do one more pass.
We'll continue for 16. We'll give you the slowest speed we can, 917.
All right, we're going to stay above 140 just because of all the ice we have here. All right, we can go down to 2,300 at PAMI. Oh, we kind of broke out a little.
Altitude.
The center line, the center 60 feet will be freshly broomed, and I don't even know if it's snowing anymore, so center line looks really good.
Airport 1, roger that. Thank you. Cirrus 917, still continue inbound. The brooms are going to make one more pass for you, and I'm sure you heard it, but 60 feet off the center line is freshly broomed. It's nice.
All right, that sounds great. We'll continue, and we appreciate you guys, 917.
Vertical track.
All right, VNAV can be armed. We can go down to 2,300 at PAMI. I'm going to give the window a little spray because actually it's breaking up.
It is. That's some good icing.
That was some very good icing. There's a lot of ice on this plane right now that in places that don't have ice protection.
On the tail, I can see it.
Cirrus 917, there was some traffic in trail of you, but they're actually diverting to Midway. So for 917, just reduce your final approach speed, still continue runway 16.
All right, we're going about as slow as we can, which is 140, and we'll continue for 16, 917.
I don't like to slow it up excessively when we have this much ice on the plane.
Tower 17 and company, we can exit any time to prevent any go-arounds or any of that stuff.
You're fine. Airport 17 and company, do you want to go left or right at the end?
We'll do where's the Cirrus parking?
Cirrus 917, where are you parking?
Yes, sir, we're going to Northeast Tees.
Northeast Tees, roger that.
We'll take Kilo then, give him a fresh pass on that one too.
Okay, you got it. So for Airport 17 and company, exit left at the end on Kilo, and then once you're off the runway, hold short of runway 16 east side.
All right, we'll do a Kilo 5 Kilo, we'll hold short of 16 on the east side, 17 and company.
You guys are the best, we owe you a hot chocolate.
Now hesitation 525 Juliet, it's holding short 16 on Kilo, prepare to go to the end.
Citation 525 Juliet, executive tower, roger, hold short runway 16, I've got one to land, and then I'll get you moved.
Roger, holding short 16, 525 Juliet.
All right, we're going to go flaps 50.
Well, I've got you. The brooms have just freshly plowed. The runway, so 60 feet off the center line is freshly broomed. We've got the runway condition code.
I got the runway lights in sight.
444 with an eighth of an inch dry snow.
Roger, thank you.
We're still waiting for our landing clearance.
Airport 1, left at the end with your company, hold short of runway 16 east side.
That's because they're still on the
We're
runway.
clear now, holding short of 16 east side, 17 and company.
Cirrus 917, runway 16, your number 1, clear to land.
16, clear to land, 917.
All right, we can start slowing it up a little bit more here.
500.
Airport 1, roger.
Oh, that looks nice and clear. They did a good job.
Minimums. Minimums.
All right, we're landing.
Glide path. Glide path.
Alright, landing checklist complete for landing. Oh, I feel some ice on the tires.
Citation 525 Juliet, runway 16, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 16, 525 Juliet.
Tower 17 and company. Kilo 5 is the best route, but everything is passable.
Cirrus 917, did you copy that?
Copy that, 917.
Okay. If you want that next left on Echo, that's approved, and you would go Echo and Kilo to park.
All right, Echo and Kilo to the northeast tees, 917, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And for 917, I'm going to have you check in with ground once you're off the runway. So once you're off, ground point 7. Good night.
All right, ground point 7, good night, 917.
Where the heck is Echo?
Right here, isn't it?
Yeah. That was fun.
November 525 Juliet. There was icing reported in the descent. It was about 20 minutes ago, but they picked up light rime icing at 2,300 feet. The outside air temperature was -7. Start your turn within a half mile of the departure end. Turn left.
Ground Cirrus 917's with you, Echo Kilo to the northeast tees.
Cirrus 917, executive ground, northeast tees via Kilo.
Via Kilo. We picked up moderate icing during the descent, got the runway at about 500 feet AGL. The braking action was definitely still kind of poor on 16.
Cirrus 917, roger, thank you for that.
Well, that was fun.
Cirrus 917, do you remember the outside air temperature when you noticed your icing?
It was variable. It was anywhere from -11 Celsius down to -4 Celsius for 917.
Cirrus 917, roger, thank you.
Hey, ground, 624 Whiskey Pop. We are over here at Signature. I'd like to taxi, we got the weather.
That was fun. A little bit like a slip and slide.
Citation 624 Whiskey Papa, executive ground, runway 16, taxi via Kilo.
16
So we started
Whiskey
sliding as I was braking.
I noticed.
And so, well, what you do to kind of correct that is you kind of let off the brakes to let it correct the slide and turn so that, you know, turn with the rudders, because you still have, we're still doing 50 knots, so we still have a lot of airflow over the wings and over the rudders. And so that was able to correct it. And if that wasn't going to work, then the only other thing we were going to do there was go around, which I was fully ready to do if we had to. But it is definitely still very, very slick.
It's so icy.
It's a really terrible wet snow that's leaving like a thin layer of like icy film on the runway.
Just go slow when you get to the ramp.
Yeah, so I mean we're taxiing relatively slow, but the runway is definitely still very slick. They're doing a great job though. I mean, doing the best that they can do to keep it clear. They're doing multiple passes. Every plane that comes by, they're doing a pass, it looks like. So they're doing a good job, but it's just the weather that they've been dealt. They can only do so much with it.
Chicago.
So, well, thank you guys for flying with us.
And citation
made it back
Papa information, Papa's current altimeter
safely
2978.
to Chicago. We're going to taxi to our hangar, put this away, and go home and have a coffee. So, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.